working, huh? Oh, is it picked up now? Can you hear me now? Looks like it's working on my end. Do I sound normal? Do I sound like usual, I guess? Hello, Vernon. See. Okay, thank goodness. All right, yes, I'm back. First live stream in a little bit. I've been away. I've been in Montpellier, France, and then I was just working for a while. It was really nice. Montpellier, south of France, kind of rural. I was in like the mountains doing a house swap, which is what I do when I want to take a holiday, and it was awesome. I ate a lot of baguettes. They do know what they're doing with the baguettes, I have to say. I like I mean, they're too good at it, to be honest. It's actually wild. There's the downside of that you do have to eat them same day. So we would go out every morning to get the baguettes and then have them for the breakfast. And then if you want them for like dinner, you've also got to go out and get them for dinner, which is a bit of a pain. But it's worth it because they put crack in the baguettes, I do think. They're pretty good. Anyway, we are here today because I've been submitted by user, let me find their name, Ironfoot, that we're going to be doing a deck doctor on their submission here, which is a stealth muesli hat deck. Stealth hasn't really worked in the meta so far. The only stealth cards that are seeing play are like cards that you just wanted to play anyway. Basically, no two pieces of stealth have worked together in a way that's made any sense so far. Aside from, I know that Mahir had both Baker and one touchstone in his as deck that did pretty well. And like, I think that's basically it. Was it a touchstone or was it a one mantle? It might have just been a mantle. I can't remember which one it was, but basically stealth doesn't work. Except for, the generically good cards. And then if you're running the generically good cards, maybe you can get away with a little bit of stealth. So the vision with this one has been touchstone. Makes a lot of sense to run at least a touchstone in a muesli hat deck because you do play events every single turn. Then we've got Baker as a payoff card, which makes a lot of sense. Baker is a pretty strong payoff card. Really forces them to run to ice archives. And then also After Images are killer. So this is the hungriest one in that this After Image requires us to have multiple stealth credits a turn rather than just the one. So to support the touchstone, we've also got two penumbral toolkits. And that's it. We also have 2 copies of MU Safecracker, which it is multi-access. We also have the twinning. And what I'm thinking is that the twinning is just going to be like plan A. And then if we absolutely need to, we can use MU Safecracker. Not that MU Safecracker is like abysmally bad. Spending 1 to access an additional card when you breach HQ is not like a big ask. It's just not great. And spending 2 to access an additional 1 from R&D is really not great. When the twinning does this basically just for free, it costs 1 more to install. But it gives you that value on its own. MU Safecracker is like having 2 of them. It feels potentially greedy. But we've got some other spice. We've got a direct access in here. This is not an unplayable card. It's a bit situational. Isn't twinning plan A in every criminal deck? Yeah, it kind of is actually. You don't like. Criminal does have its own win con cards. It's just that like twinning is better than them. And when it comes to your win con, you just spend the influence. Like you just tank it. the R&D multi-access from HQ card. It's not that bad. It's the at least Firecracker, Safecracker triggers off Baker. Oh, hey, hello, Commodore. That's something. Yeah, it does work because this one is on breach, I believe. Oh no, it's on successful run, but the Baker does call the successful run on the server that you move to. So that's nice. It's just expensive is the thing. And like there's a reason why no one plays it, and it's not just because it requires stealth. One interesting thing is that we have all these stealth cards. We don't have Trickster Taka. Now, Trickster Taka is a genuinely very premium card in decks that are expecting to run every turn, and I think we are probably expecting to run every turn. So I'm going to see perhaps the second touchstone. Like, also I'm going to play a deck game with this deck first, maybe multiple, because it looks pretty decent at the very least. But what I'm expecting is I'm expecting to try and figure out how I can wiggle Trickster Taka in here. I'm also going to see if I can put in Class Acts, because Class Act is a really good card, and Draw in Criminal is lacking, and there's a lot of cards in here, and none of them draw aside from one Nuka. So if we don't find the Nuka, we're going to be in Click to Draw Central. In terms of hits, I haven't done the math, but hit rate looks lower than average for a Muesli Hat deck. In fact, we know it's 45, so 4, 7, 8, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 run events. Then we've got 20, 21, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. So above 50% hit rate. Like what's that, 60%-ish? Not bad. We'll draw off Muesli Hat. It just won't be every turn. So yeah, let's give it a jam. I do say. I'm going to copy this so I don't need to type it in every damned time. Cool. So yeah, other Netrunner news. Cambridge Megacity's coming up. That's the next tournament I'm going to go to. And if you are in the UK, you should go to it as well. It's available. I think there's still some tickets available, and you should snap them up. I'll be there. Not Yeti will be there. Actually, I should look at like who else is going to be hanging out. That'll be a good time, I think. Then there are other mega cities that I may also go to, but I haven't booked tickets for them. They're further in the future. Where can I find this stuff? That'll be on the UK Discord, probably. Probably under event announcements. Oh goodness, that's loud. I've cranked my volume a bit high. I don't know if that makes a difference for you guys, but cool. Okay, BTL. So we're dealing with a 44 card BTL deck. I'm assuming that this will be very, very slow, is the way that usually BTL goes. Maybe like a 6 agenda suite, like all 3 pointers, but you know, I think not that has also been quite popular recently. Let's have a look at this opening hand. We've got Touchstone, which is nice. We've got Baker, which is okay. Clean Getaways are going to land early. Bravado is probably fine for face checking before we find our programs, because you can face check Wayland before you install your programs. Honestly, I think this is fine. It's a very aggressive start, maybe unnecessarily so, and it doesn't get us set up very quickly, but it'll give us economy enough. This is lasting economy. I think I would consider keeping this. This will get our stealth credit engine going, which is maybe not the most important thing in the world, but I don't want to be running into Winchesters without any stealth credits, because we fundamentally cannot break any sentries until we have a number of, well, we can't break big sentries until we have a number of stealth credits. So okay, top card is MU Safecracker. Yeah, okay, well, I'm going to draw that for sure, but I guess first I can Touchstone Bravado. I'm going to Bravado HQ, and if it's Winchester, it's Winchester. I could Bravado R&D, because if it's Afshar, like, there's probably a couple of reasons why I should do R&D, actually. Because Afshar and Winchester are both like, I guess Afshar's fine because they don't have any credits. Ooh, okay, hello Charlotte. Chooses not to res here. What does that tell us? It's not going to give me confidence enough to not clean getaway it. Alas, UK Games Expo. Yeah, that is happening the exact same weekend as Cambridge, which I think a lot of people was going to not go because of that, unfortunately. Well, I'm definitely going to draw at some point this turn. Just wondering what else I do. I guess just draw again. I don't think that I need to clean getaway archives or anything like that. Okay, after images is not bad. After image breaks Winchester for 3, which is pretty awesome. Or for 2 if I have 2 stealth credits. Jumps over it. I should move my camera. And also make myself a little smaller. Maybe there. Beautiful. Yeah, here's MU Safecracker, because I don't imagine you guys read that too much. Look at the art on this one. It's so like, it's so funny to me. It's like super, ooh, advanceable ice, both of these. So maybe they're more expensive and couldn't be afforded to be resed. Alright, clean getaway to the grip, I would love to. Now let's see, this Penny Shaver in this list. I really wish it was Hermes. I'm gonna just archives it, I think. There's no reason to take a risk on this. I just need the touchstone credit, and then I'm just gonna draw up and develop. Ooh, twinning early could be huge. What about the art? It's just like, it's so saturated, I feel. Like, look at the colors, and like the contrast is so funny. And there's like a slightly, it's like a collage almost, where like different like newspaper cuttings have been brought together to create a artwork. It's not like bad, it just looks like kind of jank. What on earth am I doing here? I guess I want twinning and then like, no, this kind of gives away too much. I'm not going to show Baker yet, but I guess I could show, I'll show MU Safecracker and twinning, and I will not charge it. Yeah, it is early NSG style. There's a couple of cards that are like, well, there's quite a few cards that like you can tell that they are earlier on in the life cycle of NSG, just because the art is not even bad, just like not the style that you would expect to see from them today. I really like fully operational's art style, but if you released it today, everyone would call it like AI generated. But sometimes you get gems. Look how beautiful it is. Like this one doesn't see much play, so it's not going to be no free lunch. I feel like no free lunch translates better. Like, I feel like that one's less obviously early. Okay, top card of the deck is Sure Gamble. Yeah, of course it is. I'm going to draw and play it. Um, Now that's certainly Charlotte, because we've already seen the Charlotte. There's no doubt in my mind that that's Charlotte. I really want to contest it, but I have not found Pinhole, so I almost want to draw 4 Pinhole. So I'm going to do another draw. I want to get this twinning charged up. I could Baker and then run Archives and spend a touchstone to see HQ. But that costs me so much money, and I don't want to spend that much money. I'll do that next turn. Do I want to gain credit, or do I want to just play after image? I'm just going to gain credit. I don't think I want to face check into server 1. It almost certainly ends the run. Everything in Wayland ends the run. I do need to find Pinhole eventually, though. But if these are Messner chess foes, it's a disastrous face check. I need Pinhole threading, please. Thing is, in this matchup, very likely Wayland does just have ice for every server, so I'm not sure this Baker is going to add much more pressure than would be there otherwise. Like, yeah, like that. I haven't even shown that I can Pinhole, but Archive just gets iced. We miss. We get Penny Shaver. That stinks. I guess I just need to keep developing. Advanceable Ice is not usually Sentries, because the only advanceable Sentry is Colossus, and that is very unlikely to be in a real deck. So I'm going to draw. Well, what I've noticed is that I've drawn a load of bad cards, and I don't want to play them. I want to play an event every turn, but presently that's not looking especially tempting. So I'm going to get this after image down. And I guess I'm going to get this Penumbral Toolkit down, even though it's like actively bad to do, basically. I could play the Penny Shaver, but it's more money. And I'm just never going to break anything. Like, I'm locked out. It's over. Well, I need to install the Penny Shaver eventually. So I'll play it and bankrupt myself. We don't have Carpe Diems to get back into things, so this is going to be tough. I do have a I've got 2 copies of the one that costs daily casts. Okay. I will draw the daily cast. I will play it because I need to play something. And then I'm going to take 2 credits because I don't have anything else to do. I could draw past these penumbrals, I guess. But in this matchup, I probably need all the value I can get. A load of bad cards I don't want to play. So this is my deck. This is, look, we can make it work. We can make it work. We can figure this out. But like, this is a slow matchup, right? This is going to be a hard matchup for Penny Shaver to pay itself off of. It will eventually, assuming that it goes on for any meaningful amount of time. We don't just get like double Mewshoed. But there are a lot of matchups like this. They banned Ashen, so runners can't go long anymore. So all the corps are just like, okay, I'm just going to take forever. I'm going to either go longer than the runners can go, or I'm going to go so fast that the runners that try to go long can't keep up. Because they've... yes, I would love to add Tread Lightly to the grip. And then I would love to play Tread Lightly on server 1 and try and make him spend some money. And obviously, if this is Messner Chess Foe on server 1, that stinks, and it very likely is, but I'm not gonna... I could do HQ so I can install these penumbrals. Would not be a crazy thing to do. But I need to contest the Charlotte. So let's at least make him spend some amount of money. It's not going to be a lot, but we got to do what we got to do. No raise on that one. And this, please don't be messing Jesper. Pharos is fine. It's a very expensive Pharos. Do I want to spend a credit to boost this to get a twinning counter? I think I do. There's a 10 credit Pharos. I could run HQ now, but that doesn't really pressure much. It's 19 credits. I can't compete with this. Okay. We're getting another Pocket Daily cast. We'll be at 5 credits. I can draw maybe a bit more aggressively and try and find a breaker so I can actually do anything. Unfortunately, the amount of accesses we need is going to be a lot, especially assuming that there's spun something away with Spin Doctor. Not gonna be easy, guys. Charlotte with BTO money is just so efficient. Look at these credit total, man. Okay. Our breaker is a combination of 3 Marjanas and 1 Rising Tide. So we're never going to get through that Pharos. We've found the second MU Safecracker that we have in our deck for some reason. I'm going to draw past it. Marjana's when it's going to be so inefficient. Oh, it's a disaster. I guess I just take a credit. And we just say we're going long. Like, currently a logjam would come in with 3 strength and have 3 subroutines. It would cost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It would cost us 8 to break a logjam. And then if it's advanced, it will cost us 9. Okay, he's decided that that is enough credits to play. Sack Zone expansion. Makes sense. I would love to add Sankan Shield to the deck, to the grip. Okay, so now I can Sankan Shield run HQ. Will I have enough credits to do anything? Assuming that these ISO have any... Like, Marjana is just so bad. Like, not always. There are matchups where Marjana's right, but it's going to be bad into almost everything. I guess Pharos is just a tag. Screw it. Let's just... I'm not going to clean getaway R&D. Let's just run R&D. No idea what this is. There's a lot of bad things it could be. I can't play clean getaway because I won't have credits to break most things. Okay, Messenger Chess has a disaster. Because when I encounter it, my credits get tanked. And I can... Do I break it? Do I break it or do I bounce? I think I can break it because it charges 20. I get to see quite a few cards. I get a credit back with Penny Shaver. I'm not going to spend... But this just sucked. I'm not going to spend 2. I will see 2 extra. Yeah, and this unadvances the Saxon expansion as well, which is really nice because it means they win. We have another turn to win. Okay, we see nothing. We've basically lost. Yeah. If you can convince your opponent to like slow advanced saxoid expansion, it's extremely good for you, by the way. Almost everyone who tries to be fancy with saxoid expansion is making a mistake. Like, they pinged away a penumbral toolkit. This card is so bad. I would love to add overclock to the grip. It lets me play. In fact, it might actually let me play, like, run R&D again, but that's not good. It like puts something on touchstone, which is nice. Running HQ would not be crazy. I think this might be like a concede. I think this game's going to go on a long time. We have no chance of winning it, but we can play a little longer. Let's see if we can see like 3 on HQ and just win. And this unadvances the saxophone as well, which is really nice. But I'm not optimistic. Winchester we can break for 3, that's fine. Sure, we'll continue. Huh. Okay, that's bad. But we can get in. Can't use MU Safecracker, but we can see 2 and get a penny shaver credit. Yeah, that's fine. Malapert, green mail. Okay. So this Baker does not much, but maybe something? Maybe this Archives Ice is very light? Top guard is sure gamble, of course it is. I'm just going to take some penny shaver money and throw away the other penny shaver. We have a point. That's more than them. Yeah. Okay, they've done the Malapert. I don't know what they're going to get. They're just going to overdraw something. Oh, yeah, we're not winning. This is not good. I could contest the Spin Doctor. It might be too late. I might just be sitting on agendas, but... Top card of the stack of Mystic Mamie. Well, that's something. Let's draw Mystic, play Mystic. I'm going to contest Spocter because it's just 1 click and it's like the only way I can do that. And I'm going to take a credit. So next turn, I can like credit gamble and start playing. Credit gamble because Mystic. Maybe I've run too much and I should just be sitting on credits because they haven't presented like a... Like they've done Charlotte and we weren't able to contest the Charlotte and we basically just lost. Because our suite of stuff was just very slow and expensive. But I probably should never have installed this MU Safecrackers. These just need to come out of the deck. I don't think... Like, neither 1 nor 2 is correct. 0 is correct, I think. Add pinhole threading to the grip? Absolutely. What now? Well, I can never break that Pharos. That's never happening. Unless I credit, sure gamble, overclock. Like, I don't know that that's not a Charlotte, technically. One Charlotte's already in the bin. And it would make sense for this to be like what did the Malapert fetch? Petty cash, yeah. But like this Malapert could be fetching the Myoshu, which causes us to very much lose. So not sure we have a loaded choice but to contest. Except that, like, if Marjana has to pay 2 to break these subs, we also can't do that. So I could try run server 3 and see what it is. Credit, gamble, run server 3, overclock. Okay, let's try that. If I can make a successful run onto server 3. This is probably just Spin Doctor and it gets popped. But if not, then I make a successful run and Marjana becomes good. Yeah, gets popped, so that's not a successful run. Which is bad. Marjana is still sad and will not be able to make this run. Oh man. So this is where I need Corsair, right? Corsair could break this Pharos for only 7? Which is admittedly quite a lot less than what I'm paying. But anyway, I just have to gain the credit, right? I haven't gotten my touchstone this turn. I have gotten my touchstone. Am I installing Baker in this matchup? I'm not actually 100% sure. Okay, so we probably lose. Just a double Myoshu. Okay, so the deck is way too slow to get set up. Honestly forgot Corsair was a card, yeah. that one's a stinker. Okay, so it was a small ice over here. What was their hand? Biowack, Eminent Domain, Let Them Dream, Saxon. Wow, there were a lot of points in there. We need Hermes, and we need... okay, so we're going to go into here, and we're just going to do it in JNet land rather than NRDB land this time, just because we're taking out MU Safehacker. The card's ass and really annoying. Penny Shavers being replaced with Hermes because it's better in both the meta and in general. There are cases where that's not true in different worlds and different metas. But Let Them Dream means you're stealing more agendas than ever in a game before it ends. Yeah, and that's a very good reason to have Hermes in your deck. As well as it means that your strong central pressure can work to like actually disrupt other things, because centrals remotes are pretty hard to contest. Next up, Penumbral Toolkit's just so bad. So we're going to take out Penumbral Toolkit. We're going to take out... What are we doing here? Tread Lightly is okay. Direct Access is... I'll maybe try and leave it in. But what I want to do is try and figure out how I can get an actually good card. Because I believe Trickster Targa is 3 influence, which puts us 3 in over. I don't expect Trickster to be like much better than Mamie, so I'd like to keep Mamie in here. I do think that we can cut Rising Tide Marjana package, because this is a lot of slots when it's not actually better than... Well, it is maybe better than Kurapira, but we're just going to be normal. We're going to put in 2 Kurupiras. We're still an influence over goodbye direct access. No, we'll keep the direct access and remove biobans just to entertain the idea. And maybe we'll get a matchup where it's really sweet. That seems unlikely to me, but technically it lets you go infinite and always have a card for touchstone, farming your Mamie for more twinning stuff. Like, there's a reason to have it because it does have text on it that says, run any server, when that run ends, you may shuffle this event back into your stack. So Ashen is gone. Welcome back, Ashen. Now our deck is too svelte and sensual. So we're going to put in... I mean, honestly, 3 copies of... Sometimes you match into Earth Station and watch them cry. I would like to put in 3 copies of the 1 cost 1 Carpe Diem. Because it's really good. It's really easy to play. Still need more cards. What a privilege. Oh yeah, the one that I wanted to do. 3 copies of Class Act. Okay, so now we have a lot more cards that will be generically useful on more board states. Multi-access stocks are way down. It's just twinning now. We may have to figure out a way to get just... Why do we have 2 touchstones in here? More nukas, 1 touchstone. Because we have Taka to fill that void. Yeah. We also don't have any Chesvas or Mantles. Mantle's actually pretty good. Well, it's not pretty good. It's fine. Let me try... Is it 2 influence? Because a bit of recurring credits can go a long way with some of these longer matchups. And we have plenty of MU for it, because this is only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So as long as we find a Hermes, we can do Mantle. And also it can do twinning on the off turn, which is a lot more multi-access. Cast is a weird include in this deck because it's like, doesn't have any technical synergies, it's just good. Which maybe is fine. Maybe that's like, you just say that's okay. Let's give this a rock. And I will use my copy paste. No, not start. This. Runner. Create. Okay, let's see if this is a bit more vague, a little bit less interesting maybe, but like MU Safecracker is just so annoying. So expensive too. Ooh, cooking. Okay, I like seeing the twinning. I like seeing an after image against Alco. The reason why we're doing Mantle over Chesva is not because it's better, it's worse in almost every way, except that it can double charge twinning, which is pretty interesting and sweet in some matchups. And it's stealth. Mantle's a stealth provider. So 1 Mantle is enough to use Baker every turn forever if that's what you want to be doing. I think this hand is actually sweet. It's got a lot of stuff that we don't want to be seeing with Muesli Hat, but we do want to be seeing. That's a strong indicator that this is a good hand. Like an iced fart, we can like sure gamble pinhole it. I don't know if we're going to be playing the twinning off the vert because we don't have a charger for it. And I generally recommend against playing cards where you don't have an immediate plan for what they're going to be doing for you. And in this matchup, you don't actually need a lot of multi-access. Okay, so that might be a cohort, which would be a pain, obviously. But if it is a cohort, we can let it do 1 proc and then pinhole it. So I'm going to draw. Ooh. So for efficiency's sake, I'm not going to play the touchstone before the chill gamble. We don't have a good way to make that happen. But obviously, I am going to install the touchstone because I do think it'll play itself off. I'm also going to install daily casts because this is the only time when this card's going to be fast enough to provide the credits that we need. Oh, humanoid's a huge punish. Be lovely to have pinholed that. No operation. I'm definitely going to draw that, but let's I think I will pinhole this server one. Just to keep things under control. That's what I expected. I'll use a touchstone on it. I'm going to install Hermes because I think I'll still be able to clean getaway next turn. I don't expect them to score an agenda, but like I want to be doing one per turn with my touchstone for touchstone purposes. It's unlikely to me that they'll ice R&D here. And if they do, I can just do archives. It's not that big of a deal. Spin Doctor. We'll see how they play after rezzing the Spin Doctor, because this is sometimes how people clear their hands. But interesting. Trickster Taka is a welcome sight, to be honest. I think, actually, I'm not sure if I'm going to be spending enough on programs in this matchup for Trickster Taka to make a lot of sense. But I could clean getaway server 3. I think it's pretty unlikely that it's another. Nah, there's no reason to. I might as well just clean getaway R&D. If I lose this hand, it sucks because I want this after image down. So obviously I would like to kill Fut. Let's draw Trickster Taka because I wouldn't mind losing Trickster Taka for damage if this is like a Fuji or something and I take 2. It's a Regenesis I'd take, so a Fuji I would take 4, Regenesis I take 2. But this lets me bounce the ice in front of the server 1 so I actually can get to Fut afterwards. I'm a bit scared of server 3. I actually don't know what it is. I'm also not sure if I'm meant to be installing. I might draw after this, which is not the right order. Okay, it's Bladderwort, but they've got a lot of credit, so it's not ping Bladderwort, which is good. Okay, that'll be the ice that I just bounced, most probably. And another Fart, always. I would love to add Carpe Diem. Let's draw first. Do I clean getaway this Bladderwort? Maybe it's time to install this after image so I don't lose it to damage. I've already lost a Sanken Shield to damage. Let's draw again. Okay, now I can lose that to damage. Let's check R&D again. If it's an agenda again, it's really not a big deal. I guess this is a good bounce. Hopefully they're not on man, I did not neither of these are actually agendas I wanted to hit. I just wanted to play these for money, but hey, we're on 3 points. It's points do matter in this matchup. If they're on Blood in the Water, it's pretty scary, but Regenesis decks aren't always on Blood in the Water. Sometimes they are. Okay, no Blood in the Water looks like. I was going to ask why this deck needs a Doctor because it looks like Red Creme. Yeah, it looked less like Red Creme. And then I took all the soul and joy out of it and made it into Red Creme because playing interesting decks is really annoying. I'm a bit perturbed by the idea of Regenesis, so I'm going to carpe. I'm going to. I'm going to run archives normally because if it's Fuji, then I'm going to take 4, and that's really sad. But it's like this looks like a Regenesis play to me. It looks enough like a Regenesis play that I'm checking it. Okay. That lets me play Class Act and get a big hand. I don't hate net damage as a concept, but Alco's relevance does discourage me from doing anything that is too combo dependent. Okay, so they are doing Regenesis, but they're doing it the hard way by trashing stuff with Moonpool. That is bad for me, obviously, but like, you know, it is what it is. Oh, this is so brutal. They get so many counters from doing this as well. Okay, so they are on Blood in the Water. That's good to know as well. Oof, it's going to be a lot of damage. Well, it's 2 damage. It's fine. Is it Regenesis? Yeah, Saifuji. Now I get to bounce something. I guess I bounce the FUT thing because I'd need to trash that quite desperately. They can just replay it though because the efficiency from Moonpool is crazy. Yeah, I don't get to transfer because yeah, the ice they have another click from the. I would love to add overclock to the grip. Now I could play Kuopio before I run, but also I'm not really too bothered to do that. I'm just going to Carpe Diem and see what happens to me. Do I run archives? Don't think it matters too much. No. Do I run FUT? I do not have. You still transfer if it's a code gate unlucky. I could Kuopira transfer. And if it's a sentry, it's fine. If it's a barrier, it's fine. I don't know. Is it not just going to be a code gate? There's a lot of code gates. There's not that many code gates in the list. They're on sometimes scatter field, sometimes they're on white space. I also don't want to let them spend their credits too easily. I hear things that blood in the water means it's definitely on hostile architecture or measured response. Yeah, that could be true because they're not on like the tag stuff, so they're doing the other side of things. So they're spending their influence elsewhere. I haven't seen any other gimmicks, so I'm assuming it's a mainline list. These are all very standard cards. The humanoid. I don't know what the humanoid means. I think you can just put this in your deck. Okay, let's rip a transfer. This is scary for hand size, but they probably do have no tag punishment. So I'm just going to float these tags and just keep going. Is this an expensive ice and that gets them to Bladderwort money? It's going to heave me off. If it's an anemone, we take 2, and then we need to choose whether or not we even access. So there's a lot of stuff that sucks here. I guess no matter what they raise, they're going to get to Bladderwort money. So, okay, it is an M&A. I'm not going to spend 2 to bypass. I'm going to spend 1 to fully break. I guess I just spend it off of touchstone. I'm going to bleach because this access is actually really important and it gives me a lot of money. It's another anemone. And then I need to pick between... Well, I don't really get a choice. I have to get this bladder wart down. Now I am dead to blood in the water here, which they're definitely on. So this play just sucked. This play is like losing in every way. Yeah, this was wrong. Because like if it works, it sucks. If it doesn't work, it sucks. Every ice that this can be is bad. Okay, that was a player issue. I could have potentially won that game. I was still a little bit behind the 8-ball. Maybe I need more draw. You would have done coup, transfer first 2 clicks so you can clear both assets and not play the carpe. Yeah, that's probably fine too. Because you have one more card in hand, which would be nice. And one more click to work with. Let's make this a little bit smoother. It's so hard to put card draw in your deck. But it has to be done. Can we put in... We don't have like that many slots sunk into stuff that doesn't do anything anymore. It's a pretty good deck now. I just need more card draw, man. But it's Crim. Do the tread lightlies turn into... any run events that draw like jailbreak? That at least cycles itself. Concerto is also okay. Yes, DreamNet is the card I was thinking about. Here it doesn't like... It's obviously it's a non-draw with Muesli Heart. Low-key, it's probably fine, but the reason I would be skeptical about it... dead draw of Muesli Heart, so it's not actually as much draw as you'd hope it would be. In that matchup, would have drawn a lot of cards. Against Melee's U, or against BTL, it's going to be a lot worse. It's also really expensive if you're not Vic because it pays itself back, and Vic, it doesn't pay itself back over here. So it's not a bad idea at all. I just don't think we're allowed to do it. So, I mean, Concerto also draws. What's our average cost? These are expensive. These are expensive. Because if Concerto hits 3 or 4, both of those are actually good. And we actually have a lot of 3s. Got some. We can. Let's try Concerto 2 of. Because a lot of people don't realize that Concerto draws the card. So, you know, it's as efficient. It gives a fair bit of credits. It's not a stealth card or anything like that, but it's gonna give 2 or 3 most of the time. Taka will give 1. 3s, 4s, 1s. Obviously the nuts are like the sure gambles because those are the most expensive ones, but there's enough 3s that I think this is like half decent. And it draws, so it will kind of get rid of itself quickly and will help with assets. Yeah, Concerto whiffs for 1, and then it's like not good, but also at least it's not a card that doesn't do anything because you still make a run, you still draw a card. If you were going to run anyway, then you can call that a wash. Obviously, that's terrible logic, but oh, I need to be a runner. Taka isn't a real whiff because a lot of the time you see it with the hat. Yeah, there were going to be a lot of times, especially with like Shore Gamble, where you see something, it's a bad hit, and then oh, it's Ironfoot. Um, hey, Dr. Bulb. Thank you for taking care of the patient. I'm loving what you're doing here. I'm guessing MU Safecracker had to go. Yeah, MU Safecracker was not long for this world, unfortunately. I played against BTL one time. It was too slow and too expensive and was too annoying to use. And then I was like, never again. Um, we lost that game in a dismal fashion. Unfortunately, we got double Mewshoot, and we just couldn't interact at all. Too many cards didn't work together. This is not a good hand, right? This I can make work, I think. Man, I love seeing Class Act and Nuka in the hand. The Class Acts made their way in. Class Act is just a good card. Um, it's hard to have enough card draw, even with Muesli Hat's text. And Class Act does a lot towards that end. It's possible it should be like a 2-off, but... Oh, it's maybe a slow Alco to double ice. Top card of the deck is Hermes. You know what? That's such a good card. I don't even mind. Oh, hello. Do I just clean Getaway for money now? Or do I like daily casts Tarka? That probably puts me too low and doesn't afford me enough autonomy. So I'm going to daily cast, so clean Getaway daily casts. And just get the funds ticking. And Griffin Thomas is here. Hello. And Thanos. As long as the deck wants to run, Concerto is just a deck, then plus it replaces itself and gives some bonus creds. Wow, this is a really slow Alco deck. Perhaps they meant to queue up I'll add after image to my grip, sure. Perhaps they meant to queue up the other really good Jinteki ID. What now? I guess I just get down more drip. I would like to maybe... Yeah, there's no way to get a high credit total here. Stealth tea today? Yep. Stealth Muesli Heart Tea. Or Muesli Hat. It's a very strange name. Like, cause there's no space here. I think it's almost meant to be a nickname, but yeah, I'm not sure I understand that. I would like to stay on a high credit total so I can afford things like Sure Gamble, but this hand is not giving me many ways to do that. And I could nuke her to try and find Sure Gamble and make a way to do that, but that's going to put me over the acceptable number of cards you're allowed to have. So I think I'm just going to go for broke and say that Daily Cast gets me out of it, which is going to involve Tarka. It's going to involve playing Tarka, Hermes, Credit Class Act. Oof. Okay, we do get to curate a little bit. Now, Touchstone's expensive but possible. Bravado is going to be useful. 2 transfers could just win us the game. Twinning, they're playing so slowly. I think that... Okay. We cannot afford... We can't bottom the twinning. We'll just never find our multi-axis if we do that. Clean Getaway is going to be kind of awkward to land, but not impossible. But because Clean Getaway is the only thing here that doesn't have an obvious play case, I think we have to pick this. Very strange. Usually I like seeing Clean Getaway in this matchup, but they're not playing like someone's going to be easy to Clean Getaway. You don't usually install twinning into Alco, but they've just iced 3 centrals, so what I'm thinking is that this might not be the Alco where that heuristic is going to apply. But maybe it is, you know. Okay. Top card of the deck is Mantle, of course it is. I would like to just rip transfer and just accept whatever happens to me, but that doesn't sound especially wise. But maybe it's awesome to do. Maybe just like touchstone transfer of wealth and just say that I don't care. But like, I also really want to install these cards. Mm, I could just play slow and just try and win. Uh, touchstone credit and then throw away twinning and play and next turn with the extra credits I can ooh, what's happening here? This is awkward, but maybe I don't need two transfers. Two transfers, too many transfers. I'm not sure what the lines are here. Maybe a better muesli hard player would know. Man, afterimage costing 4 is tough, because it does break Anemone for 1, which is lovely. Top card's still Mantle, which is still bad. I could Nuka for more options. Boomerang's lovely. I think this Mantle is probably going to get bottomed. I could Carpe and then install my breakers. Oh, I love not interacting. Bladderwort something? Oh, wow. Very early Regenesis play. That means I'm going to transfer you to death, I think. Top card is Class Act. That's fine. Let's steal that, and what am I scared of? I guess I preemptively get rid of this R&D ice because it's annoying to reinstall it. Maybe this one because I need to control the board now. Oh no, I should have done this because I want to bravado. I should have done R&D, but I'm just going to leave it because it's annoying to fix. Now I do need to empty Taka credits, so I'm going to twinning Van Bladderwort. If they credit trash, that's fine. So next turn for them is probably going to be triple credit, which is perfect because we have the second transfer. Or they might just credit trash twinning, which is also totally fine. Let's I might be floating the tags for another little bit. I don't really think they're going to trash my Darko. It's not that big of a deal if they do, because I don't have to spend much on programs in this matchup, most likely. Although I haven't seen how they're spending their influence, so maybe they're just going to kill me. What's happening in chat? I wanted to go in the stealth direction with Safecracker. I found Tarka finicky before I learned you can just flicker the credits every turn. Yeah, figuring out how to get the companions to work for you is a big part of the game because they're really good. Like right now, I'm just gonna... Okay. Let's put this R&D ice away because I'm curious as to what you got in your bin. I'm just going to slam their centrals because they do have a lot of points, and I would rather win sooner than later. Okay. Top card is Sure Gamble. That's fine. You gonna anemone me? Nope. Cohort is annoying enough that I will just trash it. I don't think, because I have my breakers down, I don't need to think pinholes are especially useful right now. I'll just keep drawing. Oh, I forgot that Trickster Talk is mad at me. My bad. I'm not going to try and undo that. Top card is daily casts. You just know it's daily casts. Anemone? Yeah. Pay 2 to bypass? No, that's okay. I think I would just pay 1 to break. And I will use Touchstone, because why not? Cohort, that's fine. Draw. A direct access is funny, but it's probably just daily casts. Draw. I feel fine with just playing the daily cast. I do want the money, and I do think this game will go on long enough for it to pay itself off. Just take the tag? Nah. I don't think so. I'd like, this is a click and 2 credits is a lot now, and Tark is not going to give that much value because this costs 1 to break. Like, I'll need to break this every turn for a long time. Of course, the top card is Sure Gamble. And then it's just like trash. I only get to spend 4 of my overclock this way, but like I really don't think we're going to spend much more. I thought that this was like a really slow variation of the deck, but it seems like it's just... I had a bad draw and still managed to eke out of a Genesis from under us. But yeah, not a matchup where you need to winning. I think we're in a very dominant space after finding those 2 transfers and landing them. Because yeah, there's such a thing as too early of a Genesis, and if you got to do what you got to do, they did clear out 4 points effectively. But not in a way that. Sure, I'll add after image to the grip. I'm curious as to what's going on in archives. Let's add an ice back to the grip so I can run R&D. Do I care about that? Or do I care about just bouncing this? Let's just bounce this so I don't need to worry about it this turn. Will Mystic pay itself off? I actually don't think so. I think that's like the last money related thing we're going to do. Like Mystic is a credit a turn, but it costs a click and a credit to player, so I'm just not going to bother. I will add Concerto to the grip. Because look at this, it's just like somewhat useful. I can just Concerto over, say, server 6, just see what it is. It finds pinhole threading, so it has a credit on it. But you know what? I was going to run that anyway, so it doesn't matter. The reasoning of like this is clickless. This would be true if this was Slay the Spire or Hearthstone or Yu-Gi-Oh! But we do have to spend click. So I need to justify it by also saying I was going to spend this click to run anyway. So I shouldn't consider the opportunity cost of this has to be a run. But I think in this case, it's fine. Like it's a low roll and it's still fine. Powers that be, I don't particularly care because I do not believe you're ever going to score another agenda. But out of respect of the very idea that you might, I'm going to check the server 1 because nothing's going to get under my nose. I do like after image starting at 2 strength. That feels very good. And you know what? It was a credit for Touchstone as well. How delightful. I guess I just poke HQ a couple times. Or maybe R&D. Because he just spun out some stuff. You can draw that. I don't think you can afford to use it. I'm going to draw another card. Sure. Okay, maybe this game will go on long enough that that Mystic was more than no credits. But yeah, I just think you can like feel like you're in an okay spot and overdevelop your board and kind of spend some time not manically stomping out alcove fires and then find yourself surrounded by alcove fires. Top card of the deck is Daily Cast. Of course it is. Yeah, like Mystic can be an HP. Cohort is absolutely going. Play Moonpool. Nope, Bladderwort is absolutely going. I don't particularly care about Baker. And this is giving me Touchstone. It's not giving me Touchstone. Oh, I bravadoed. So this will probably be more credits. Again, I just need to find a Fuji. That will be Moonpool. Yes, I will add Kuopio to the grip. I don't know what the influence is. Oh, it's a hostile architecture deck, okay. Yeah, that's never going to happen for you, unfortunately. No, that can stay. Just stay on top of things. Don't let anything get out of hand. Don't let them stick a Moonpool or anything. Okay, that's credits. I'll add Carpe Diem to the hand. I'll have one Armady. Yeah, it took him a long time to find an Alco fire. Hostile architecture. This is annoying. I kind of do want to trash this weirdly. It's 4 to trash, but it's also like the win condition. Okay, that was just a matter of time, I think. It was like, just get up to the number of accesses we need. So that was, I mean, it was smooth though, right? Like the deck ran relatively smooth. There were heavy draws. There were really heavy draws where I like had to bottom myself out, but we did put cards in that can bring us back from that with the carpe diems and stuff. Um. Oh, hey, Zave. Looked like oh yeah, drew half of my eyes, then drew half the agendas, and then none of the petties and Hanses. Interesting. Whenever I fight Alcos in tournaments, they always draw. They always find the petties off the Alco. Their first turn is always like Bladderwort, Cohort, Fut. It's whenever I'm in tournament against these Alco players, they have more copies of Cohort and Fut than I thought was legal to put into a deck, to be honest. Um, I think pretty much everything felt smooth. Have we been getting touchdown down on turn 1 every game? Our touchstone rate has been good so far. I have cut one of the touchstones because I just don't think 2 touchstones is that needed. It's like it's fine, but now that we have Taka, there's like 2 touchstones and we can play both of them, which is only one more influence. Let me have a look at like the best muesli hat list that I can find on NRDB and see what I'm missing. I also just got a message saying someone might be able to come over and play Netrunner tonight, which would be always a lot of fun. 1 second, chat, while I neglect you to make my own plans. Maybe you will even get, we'll can have a special guest if the stream goes late enough. Okay, so I think the deck list of the week, or one of the recent ones, was a Muesli Hat deck. So you guys can all see my beautiful password. Deck list of the week, was this? It is, oh, and it's Jai, so you know it's going to be good. Oh, he doesn't have direct access in here. What the hell? Okay. Boo. I had Jai was in the UK after Worlds and came over to mine for a couple of games as well, which was an absolute blast. Jai is there's a reason they call him the People's Champion. He's a legend. Okay, so 2 copies of the Twinning. This is what we drool over because this is delightful. It means you actually find your win condition in games that you need it very often, right? You can easily find it between class acts, which there are 3 class acts. This is what I wanted to put in. See, this is this great minds aligning. You just put class act in your criminal deck and it will just get better. It looks cuttable, but that's the devil on your shoulder telling you that you can cut the fundamentals from your deck to make it more juicy. It's not more juicy. You just got less deck. You just won't find your deck. The pieces won't come together. These are all very inspired Netrunner cards that we have also put into our deck. We've cut the tread lightly because we have to get rid of the jankiest. We're trying to get rid of the worst parts of this and turn it into stealth and say that stealth may not be the best part of Netrunner, but it is better than the worst part of like regular decks. No ND. How will you utterly disrespect Bangun and Thule players? I assume that's the direct access that you're talking about. We also don't have replies. Again, this is the weird part of this otherwise very vague list. Now they've got an echelon. We've got our own solution. That's fine. We've both opted for Kurapira over the janky Marjana Rising Tide package. It's influence we don't want to spend and not really a better breaker suite, in my opinion. They've got a Revolver in here. Now, Revolver's a really good card. We do not need it, so we don't need to think about this. They have 2 Chesvas, which gives so much game into like long, grindy matchups against Melee SU. We do not have this, and it's possible that that we should have Chesvas. Now, MU's getting a little pinch. MU's getting a little pinched here. Got to keep an eye on that. So let's pop it back open. Here it is. If we have a look at our programs, and this would be so much easier if I had just put this into NRDB format, but I've tactfully chosen not to do that for no reason. So we're just going to have to do it plain text format. Our MU we're looking at, we want an after image, we want a Baker, we want a Kurapia, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So our MU is already full. Can we say that we want another Nuka and a Chesva over the Mantle? Mantle is cool, but having even one Chesva in the entire deck would just it's hard to install, hey? And there's no criminal MU cards that you can actually put into your deck, and don't listen to anyone suggesting otherwise. In fact, if anyone has suggested otherwise at any point in their Netrunner content career, you should think less of them and disregard what they say. Can we fit Chesva in here? Because Chesva is crazy. Like, Criminal's not that good right now. At least that's what people say. The stats kind of support that, and I think I'm pointing kind of towards Anarch being better than Criminal, but I think Criminal's quite playable, and a big part of why it's playable is that Chesva gives 2 credits a turn every turn for the whole game indefinitely, and indefinite econ is kind of the name of the game right now. Everything that can give you money forever is awesome. Now, Mantle is also money forever, but it's half as much in one card because it has the word stealth written on it. It also only can do any server rather than just Centrals, which is kind of good. Reprise is mission critical for these hat decks to jump over Meleus decks. Yes, I think it's not a coincidence that Reprise is seeing more play alongside the rise of Let Them Dream, and especially alongside the ban of Ashen Epilogue. Because Corp decks are now thinking, I should go longer. I should build a more locked up game state with bigger ice. And meanwhile, the agenda suites that they're running require you to steal more agendas. So if in a real game, you are going to be stealing more agendas, Reprise is active more of the time. Well, actually not frequency more, but will be active more times in a game because the games are going to go longer. And the stuff on the board is bigger. So I think Reprise is much better now than it was. As sad as that is to say. Now, we have our own answer to the big stuff, which we can just jump over Whack, and we can jump over Cloud Eater. And that's our equivalent of Reprise. We don't need to do Reprise, I don't think. Obviously, I could put it in the deck and blow someone out and say this deck is really good now, but I think a lot of the time it would be a dead card. Can I put 2 Twinnings in here if I cut a Mantle? I would need to cut a Direct Access or a Nuka. Don't think I'm allowed to do that. And Yeah. Okay, I'm going to cut one of the daily casts to be 2 daily casts and just have one Chesva. And we will just find the MU for it. uh, we if we don't draw the mantle, we will just install the Chesva and say it's fine. And then if we're really pinched on stealth credits, maybe the mantle is better than the Chesva, or maybe we want more multi-access. I don't know. This is a bit confused in my mind, but I'm just going to do it and see if I like it in a game. Okay. Is that allowed? Am I allowed just to have a look, just to see? God, this chair is loud. I need to get like a quiet, proper chair. This is kind of comfortable, but makes a damn racket whenever I move around. There was no other source that I should have noticed in the hmm. 2 Twinnings, 2 Mystics. There's a Fencer in here. Fencer's pretty good. Camera isn't pointing at my bottle wall. It actually is the same wall. I can go get that wall. That's actually like a tapestry that I made. It's just in my bedroom right now. But I could go get it. Seeing as people love the tapestry. Okay, one sec. Alright. Am I rudely ignoring someone on JNet? No, I'm not. That's good. Okay, the aura is back. Look at that. Beauty. Now, is my camera actually picking up the colors of what it looks like? Not really at all. The color sensitivity on this camera requires a lot of configuration, and whenever OBS closes, it resets it. So it's very difficult to like correctly match color. Right now, I look really washed out, for instance. So if I can try and fix that. I have to go to configure video and then change a bunch of stuff that I will have to change again in like a day. Okay. There's no doubt that I'm washed. Okay, do I look better now? Does that look more natural? It blasts brightness up to maximum. Okay, this is much more accurate to what the colors actually look like in my room. I am washed. I actually haven't done well in a tournament in so long that I might just be washed up. Like I was thinking about like starting to do coaching, or like not paid coaching, but just coaching episodes of YouTube. I just like help someone, teach them how to play. But genuinely, like I'm not confident enough that I'm still actually good at this game because I did pretty poorly at Worlds. the two districts that I went to, I like had mediocre results. So like I don't know. I'm probably good enough to teach like a. I mean, no doubt I'm good enough to teach a beginner, but with my recent results. Okay, PD. PD versus Muesli Hat. Um, let's be polite to our opponent. What have we got here? We've got no card draw, but we're Muesli Hat, so the card draw's built in. This allows us to interact early, not with Drafter, but we can make that work. You day two, yeah, I day two worlds at least. Like I didn't, you know, everyone day two worlds, right? This is just like a fine hand, and we should just keep it and not argue. Like this allows us to interact quickly, and some PD decks just demand that you interact quickly. I would love to add Clean Getaway to my grip. Cinco Cyclotron. Yeah, we gotta. Gotta get rid of that. I would love to send Steel. Damn. This is a bad freaking day for my opponent. This looks like a really awkward draw, and there might be another agenda in there. But if it's train, I can't steal it. So I'm just going to install Kurapira. But they probably don't have any ice, so it might not be worth installing icebreakers. Because this looks like the play of a man who has no ice. Top card is Class Act. I'd love to draw that. I'd love to draw the card behind that. I would love to run server 2 to make sure that I'm not gonna... Okay. Interesting. I don't want to spend the money on this yet. There may be a time that I do this, but I need my money too much right now. Aha. You see what I see? I think I know this particular variant. Stay silent or share. This is, yeah, this was submitted to me. It's a stealth version of Muesli Hat. There's nothing like particularly crazy. Like it's, I think there's maybe versions of line that have been done, online that have been done before that are somewhat similar, but it's good. Okay, top card is Chesvit, so we've missed a trick there. Am I allowed to rip this transfer anyway? If it's Drafter, that's really, really bad. But we still land the transfer. If it's... I'm just going to rip it. If it's Drafter, it's Drafter. You know? Okay, Sleipnir is a fine result, I think. Because Sleipnir lets me... Do I overclock this server? Now, if this is Drafter, it's a real pain. I can just spam the central pressure, maybe? I've got a lot of stuff in my hand that I'm not really sure what to do with. I could... I'm not too sure how I'm supposed to play this. Chesva's on top of the deck of all things. Let's see what happens here. Okay. I probably don't need 3 overclocks, and I'm not sure if I'm going to have enough time to get this touchstone down. It's good, it's just I don't really see how it's going to play out where I get this down and have it work. I would love to add direct access to my grip. I don't know what it's going to do. It's going to get overdrawn, I think. I could just twinning mantle. I just got to remember to boost Kurapira's strength but at the end of the turn. Oh, for the corp. Yeah, so this looks like a very fast variation that's running top down. I haven't seen any that have been running Calvin Bailey before. I liked Calvin Bailey a bit in my poetry list, but that has to run more cards. I'm very surprised if it's good enough for this, for a PD version. I would be very surprised if that turns out to be the case. But the sender message means that the agenda suite is probably just 3 trains and 3 SAMs, which is actually quite a hard one to steal from. There's 3 trains, 3 SAMs. I mean, you can get away with that. I can't remember what the actual version was. Because I was playing one similar in PD that was on, I think 3 trains, 3 SAMs, and a midnight or something like that. I can't remember what the agenda suite was, to be honest with you. Okay, what are we doing here? Top card is Boomerang. That is fine. I can draw. I forgot to use my Kurapira to boost strength. Okay. I need to get rid of this Rage Workers, so I'm going to draw. It's Mystic. I really need Mystic even more than I need Boomerang, maybe. Maybe. A CSR campaign is in here. We've got some crazy cards in here. Okay, well, at least we got past Class A. Where's my concertos, bro? Those would be awesome right now. CSR campaign, huh? Draw can be good, you know? Flooding for 2 seems not correct. I would love to add Carpe Diem to the grip. I would love to run Archives. Usually it does a lot of the work for you, huh? Yeah, you can run just 6 agendas in PD, but I'm not sure if it's optimal for everyone. Like it's pretty good because it's just so hard to steal it. Or you can just use Let Them Dreams and also have it be impossible to steal, but that actually costs influence. How am I dealing with this? Am I overclocking through this Wage Workers? And if it's a If it's a drafter, it's such a pain, and that's just such a fact of life, huh? Whatever, let's try it. That's totally fine. I could see the top 3 of R&D, but then I can't steal train, so let's just draw. Hermes sounds pretty good to me. And now I can see 3 cards every turn because I get to use Mantle off turn, because Mantle has this recurring credit you can spend to use hardware and programs, and I'm just going to boost Kuapira's strength on the off turn and just get an off turn twinning counter. So on my turn I get a twinning counter with Mystic, off turn I get a twinning counter with Mantle. Sweet. Now it'll give me Kaiko, and we're cooking. Actually, Kaiko could be a huge. I don't know if it's just a stealth deck anymore, but it's something. What's happening here? Nano management's been played. Infinite money has somehow been achieved. Flood for a 4/2? Or there's a Cinco and something else? Flood advance, because this will be your 3rd operation. You've played YDL, Nano Management top down. Now you've already played your 3 ops. What's going on here? Windmill Lux is the plan. Yeah, okay. This deck could definitely score 6 in 1 turn. I don't doubt that. But with this board state, I would be impressed. And I think if I can trash all the wage workers, it makes it much harder. It does cost 4 to trash, but Overclock will help with that a lot. Okay, they're just fully upping. It really feels to me like crazy shit is going on. Okay, scores the Midnight 3. Takes back. I assume it's going to be the Flood. No, flop. Okay, that's fine. So there's another Flood in hand. Off turn. Add 1 strength. Add Carpe Diem to the grip. Yes, I will. Run R&D. Yes. See the top 3? Yes, I will. Steal. Probably should have installed Drafter before doing that. My bad. My bad, y'all. Do I see 2 from hand with Overclock? Yes, I think I will. Do I overclock it? Yeah. Yeah. Our credits are not infinite. I want to fully break this, I think. Top down Cinco. This is not that expensive for them to use and could allow them to more easily get 6 in a turn, so I will trash this. It's trashing for 2. Draw with go with Bravado, that can work for me. Do I trash the CSR campaign or something in server 4? I could even install Hermes and just say that that makes it actually quite a bit harder to combo because I get to bounce something if you try and score 5 points in a turn. I can remove an ice. Yeah, I think that actually makes it substantially harder. Okay, can you win this turn, buddy? Maybe. But you pull the flop into hand, not a flood, and I think that really matters. There's influence for 3 YDLs because they're probably on 2 floods. That's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it's 6, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, assuming 3 spins, 2 floods, 3 YDLs is probably the influence. So money's going to not be an issue for them very much as soon as they play that. But if they're playing that, they're basically giving me another turn to do what I will with regard to multi-access. And I'm very happy that my twinning is seeing 3 a turn here. So this is perhaps a good showcase for why Mantle is worth it. Whereas Baker in this matchup would not be good. So the 1 Mantle, 1 Chesra, maybe not crazy. Okay, top down's a lot. Draws past the lock that I've established. But we know that the top 2 are not agendas, so maybe there's just no agendas in there. Unlikely, but possible. Okay. Creating the 5 servers so that the flood will work. No, it's going to be flop. Now I've trashed a Cinco. I've trashed 2, but one of them must have gotten shuffled back with Spin Doctor that I didn't really pay attention to. RLCing down for another remote, that's fine. That's going to be for Bass. There's 3 clicks. So they're going to try and do 2, but I do get a Hermes interrupt. Powers can fix the Hermes interrupt, which stinks. But not so easily. Because if I get rid of this ice, for instance, ooh, another Midnight 3. You know what? I might have lost the game off of not... I only saw 11 cards that game. Very nice deck. I might have lost the game off of not installing the Hermes before seeing my 3, because I did steal an agenda. If I just bounced the ice protecting the wage workers, then that would have been really good. Because then I could have just overclocked it. I thought that because of these SAMs, it was going to be some different list, but if there's multiple Midnight 3s, there's 3 Midnight 3s. That's 6. This will be the only SAM, and then there's 3 trains. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Very nice. Okay. Well, this deck felt good. Honestly, this felt perfectly playable. I didn't have any problems. I didn't draw my after image, which would have been helpful for Drafter, obviously. And it breaks Drafter for 2, so that's good. But I didn't have any problem with anything else. This generally flowed smoothly, and Mantle it has value in this deck outside of the stealth package. It's just good-ish. It's good because it can be used on the off turn, so it has a weird interaction. Very nice. Um, I am going to grab a glass of water and then we can start maybe the final game of this deck. I'm going to keep streaming and I might even have a surprise for you guys later on in the stream. I can see my ducks. I have a nice garden with 2 ducks, a boy and a girl, and I'm very mad at them because they did not have eggs this year. When I wanted them to, but they are currently cleaning themselves, perched very beautifully beside the pond, which always makes me happy. Okay, is there any change I want to make to this deck, or is it just like a pretty good Muesli Hat deck that has stealth, and I made it really uninteresting? A mutual favor could go pretty hard, to be honest. It's another miss. And that's probably an outrageous number of misses. Probably. Do you run Boomerang and Muesli Hat always? Do we have to? It's such a good card. But if Jai is not doing it, we're allowed to cut this Boomerang. We haven't played it yet, by the way. To add 1 mutual. And we can say that it's actually a stealth card because it can fetch us after image, guys. Think about that, alright? And this might just be like the perfect deck. It might be flawless. Rip Concerto? It's in there. There's still Concertos in there, right? Now, Concerto should be a noisy, in my opinion, but, you know. They'll never listen to me. Long weekend. I mean, I guess some people are not in the UK, but coming up, we've got a bank holiday on. We call them bank holidays. I don't know why they do that particularly, but we have a public holiday on Monday. So everyone in the UK is going to get a 3-day weekend, and the weather for it looks amazing. It's going to be like, damn, 32 degrees or something. I'm very happy. These are some great cards. I'm going to mulligan. We can't afford to play them all. Ooh, that's a bad draw. Memorial Day in the States too. Okay. So we're all getting long weekends. I'm expecting to see lots of Netrunners then. I want to see JNet. I should probably move my camera again. I want to see JNet heaving. Nah, you should all spend time with your friends and family, obviously. I will add that to my hand. I'm not interested in getting trapped. So I'm going to install Hermes and hope that solves all my problems, basically. And that's going to involve draw. Wow, this hand has no econ in it. Draw. Am I allowed to just bravado HQ and then clear a tag? Is that too ass of a play? I need some money. I need some liquidity. Oh, that's fine. This card sucks. Paying 1 lets me just continue through, which gives me more money. Yeah, paywalls, that's totally okay. And that gives me another click, which I can spend on installing Hermes. This is going to be a liability for you, buddy. I do not need to curve BOM the deck. Oh, it's Ubiquitous Vig, which is presently 1 credit per turn. It does cost 4 to trash, which is a lot, but I'm glad this was not like, this didn't force me to guess anything. I guess I didn't need to commit to that access. Stealing agendas from HQ is pretty good. I want to find some transfer of wealths. What do you guys think about that? Icing the Vig. Add Concerto to my grip? Yeah, I'm going to add Concerto to my grip, and then I'm going to damn well play it. It's going to reveal Carpe Diem. And I'm going to run server 4. It's going to hit Urtica Cypher. He knows so much. I've lost cards. I've lost 2 pinholes and a mutual favor, and that's kind of fine. Do I spend 1 to trash Urtica Cypher? Loki, it's probably a flood deck, but Loki, I don't care. Yeah, I don't think I care. Run HQ. That pays 2 to see the 1 from HQ. It's not terrible. It's probably an agenda in there between you and me, but I don't think I want to spend 2 for it. I'm not going to do anything silly last click because we don't live in that world. Now I'll happily bravado through a paywall. Spending 2 just to get through an ice without installing anything, that's awesome. I'm actually so stoked that you got to see the deck today, since I was not excited at the prospect of running one of my other runners in the showdown tomorrow. So yeah, I mean, if you want to play this variation, I'll send you the list as soon as I finish the stream. Tomorrow's headline has been scored out, which is annoying. I guess this goes back to hand then. They kindly res this Urtica for me, which is actually really nice to do. Completely giving away that they don't have any res synergies. Can't be doing that. Now, I kind of want to bravado this ubiquitous Vig now, because it actually matters. Their credit total is not that high. Okay, that went well. Oh. Do we win? See, this is why paywall is so bad. Like, I don't need to install anything. I'm going to remove 1 tag because I assume that with 2 tags, there's probably different punishment. The only thing that would get me here is the 0 cost one, which does remove my tag, so it's not like warpingly strong. Top card is Sure Gamble. It sure is. They're hiding their Hollow Man over here, which is really funny. Punished for not spending the 1, but it's probably not a big deal. Let's draw that Sure Gamble. Let's clean getaway R&D while we're here. Oh, it's an advanceable upgrade? How many advanceable upgrades are there? I actually didn't think there were any. Am I wrong? Am I silly? Advanceable upgrades. Did they release one in the new set? Oh, Vladislavsk City Grid, of course. Okay, I should have touched the Erdic. I completely forgot about Vlad Grid. In fact, this was like a winning deck list, right? In Adelaide, is that right? I'd love to add after image to the grid. No, that must have been actually the good one. Do I tank damage? I really don't want tank damage. I'm just gonna draw again. I can find a pinhole for this probably. Loki, it's a direct match access matchup. Easy cheat code for chat interaction. Oh, guys. Oh, is there any end of run 2 cost barriers in NBN? Oh, guys. Top card is class act. Well, I'm going to draw and play that. Uh, 6 damage to tank to deal with this remote. It's 5, right? Hiding a Vladgrid on the Urtica is hilarious. This is a very funny, robust remote. I would like to find twinning. I assume this Tarka will pay itself off, right? Oh, I found twinning. And mantle. Your days are numbered, buddy. Oh, they can move the Vlad counters onto the Urtica. Okay. That is a hilariously robust remote. They have to over-install the Urtica, though, because Vlad doesn't move around. Now, what are they embedding for? Oppo, maybe? Predictive planogram. Sure. I mean, that protects it. I'd love to add bravado to the grip, please. Still only found one of my transfers. That's going to be a pretty critical card. Let's play a load of cards. Let's play a twinning, definitely. Let's play a... Overclock on the city grid? Then what? Yeah, let's just get this out of the way. It's going to happen. I could Kuapira and Mantle, which will start getting me twinning counters. And I do not think I need Baker. Now I'm broke, but I don't think I'm that broke. I can direct access for the first run each turn. Okay. Top card is class act. Interesting. I could credit bravado. I should have mantled with Guapio. I'm so stupid. Because on my turns, I can just run with Trickster. So I should be seeing 3 every turn now. So I did technically see the top card, but obviously there's no real opportunity cost. I guess I see the top 3 of R&D and just bounce this server 6 and then slow them down every turn. I could even credit direct access it just to make sure that nothing silly happens, but honestly, I think it's pretty unlikely that I don't find an agenda. Oh, well, the top card is probably... The top card is petty cash. Why don't I just see HQ? I will break your paywall for 1. And I'll see 1 extra card. Messenger as foe, Ludus of the City Grid. Okay. That's fine. So this is Ludus of the City Grid. Don't know what this one is. Should have drawn at some point. This is Messenger Chestfur. So Sankan Shield, so I could do Sankan Shield direct access and break the for 3, which is just 2 target credits. That's pretty good. And this doesn't provide any more counters. One, 2. Do I use Mantle? No, I'm not going to use Mantle because I want to get more twinning counters. Paywall, Doomscroll, Hap. Okay, well, I'm not going to trash that. Let's just draw. Yeah. So that was... Okay, if I transfer them, they can credit twinning me. So credit trash twinning, because I don't have a way to clear the tag. Will I play in the showdown tomorrow? I will not. I don't play online tournaments, but I may stream it for some amount of time. Like I might watch it and maybe even start like a watch party stream. I haven't thought about it. May not happen. But it could be fun. I actually have some board games planned tomorrow as well, so it's quite possible that I will simply not engage with it at all. But I do wish best of luck to all the Dull Bob viewers that are competing. And if you want advice or suggestions, I'm more than happy to oblige. What's in Service 6? Do I care? Probably Checkers Scion. I guess you can't assume everything is Checkers Scion. Something has to be agendas. That we have not seen many agendas, but they've also been controlling the top of the deck, you know, so let's just draw. I don't want them to credit trash twinning me. That would actually be really annoying. Whoa. That's good. That's a good draw. Now I would love to add overclock to my grip because I'm going to overclock My opponent is very kind. Um, now do I run server 6 at all? I think I just VIP transfer. I miss a credit. But it's fine. You can just do immediately after their turn starts. Yes, I should be doing that. Oh, it's another Vlad. I'll see 0. Probably Touchstone will pay off over time. Daily Cast could just be a liability, potentially. Yeah, I think so. No, surely it's just credit, 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 and nothing too fancy, right? In fact, we kind of know what's on top of the deck. It's like public access plaza. Okay. Well, we're never trashing public access plaza, probably. So let's just... I do need to overclock Vlad. Jesva could be useful. Now that all 3 Vlads are in the bin. I didn't expect this one to be Vlad, but it makes a bit of sense. I think I'm going to draw rather than crediting because of things like Carpe Diem, yeah. This is just public access bars, so it's nothing to worry about. I'll just get this out of the way. Top card is daily casts, eh? Do I just rip a transfer? I think I do. I could check what's in server 6 first. I want the full value of the transfer if I possibly can. Clean Getaway is quite playable. Pap, I think, is just too expensive to trash even now. Why not draw and play cast? It's expensive. It just gives like a window where I can't do anything. I need to get up to a healthy credit total. Keep more autonomy around me. Now, unfortunately, this thing can cost credits, so unless he clicks for credits. Right, so this is very unlikely that he can duck it if I just transfer now. Okay, I think we're good. I would love to add Concerto to my grip. I think that's actually going to be very efficient. I should have played Touchstone before this. This is probably paywall. Actually, all this is paywall. I can't remember which order everything happened in. I'll see one extra card. Not paywall, Doomscroll is what I saw, but we saw this now. I will get Trickster Target and Hermes. What are you? Triggers. Urtica Cipher, huh? I would like to clear a target. I would like to my target to calm down. I'm going to check R&D. I think I can check R&D. But I just want to end this game as soon as I can. I will bypass this. And then I'm going to... I think I might just jack out here. I've done my duty. I'm going to remove tag. This Mr. Chessfo can only be broken by Sunken Shield if I'm playing a run event, so I'm going to have to wait for another opportunity to do that. Now the transfer in the deck is going to be very nice. Top card is Sure Gamble. Direct access is not that useful right now. Sure Gamble is better. I'm going to just empty some target. Do we have Mystic in this deck? I would like Mystic. Class Act. Yeah, okay. Well, there's my mistakes. These are all terrible. I'm just going to clear off my target a little bit in case. Oh, I'm running R&D. Sorry, I need to wake up. What did I just do? I intended to run HQ and I ended up running R&D. That's why I was boosting again in case I did steal an agenda, which I don't expect to happen. Flood, Grubber, Spocter. Do I care about trashing Spocter? A bit. I certainly don't want to have to deal with some of these cards more than once. I'm never playing another class act. Eventually some more agendas will be drawn and the game will move forward. Okay, so they drew something. Because I saw Flood, Grubber, Spin Doctor. I trashed the Spin Doctor. There were 2 cards. They drew something with the basic action. They drew something with their Mando. And then they install it. This could just be a Grubber, in which case I'm super happy just running it. Okay, opponent had to go. That's sad, but fine. I am going to take a short break from the stream. I'm happy with this deck, though. I think this deck is perfectly coherent. I think it makes plenty of sense. And I think this could be played at a tournament and do just fine. So deck list, I'm going to post it in chat in case anyone who's playing, especially the creator, I don't know if you're still on the stream, wants to just jam it. It seems good. It seems fine. Possibly some more things need to be changed to be more... I'm not allowed to post such a verbose message in my own chat, apparently. What am I allowed to do to share this information with the world? What if I go to, like, new runner deck? Can I, like, import deck with copy paste? And then say... and call this... and then I can take this. And put it out there. Okay, now I can copy this, I think. Here you are. It's yours, my friend. I'm happy with how that went. That was fun. It is less interesting of a deck now. I'm sorry, but that's often how it goes. You take out the really, really annoying multi-access win cons and you just play the twinning and a bunch of class acts. Possibly you don't need 3 class acts, but I really like 3 class acts. It's just awesome. I am actually going to stream again today. I am just going to clean up my house first because I have a guest coming over, so don't go anywhere, basically. I didn't expect to have this guest round, but that's why my house is a mess, so I'm cleaning. I'll be back in a sec, guys. You can either stay in the stream, it'll be a couple minutes, or you can go elsewhere and just come back when you're ready. Up to you, of course. See ya.